Hello, this is Honest John. Welcome back to this YouTube site dedicated to the memory of a wonderful radio station that I was involved with, an important part of my life, the Big Ape in Jacksonville, WAPE. I've got a couple of things that I thought you might be interested in. If you live in or around Jacksonville, you may know about these. If you don't, you may not. The first is a book. The book is called Jacksonville and the Roots of Southern Rock, and it's by a guy named Michael Ray FitzGerald. And this is a really good book. It is immaculately researched. It is intimately documented, and it is really well written. And it is about exactly what the title says, Jacksonville and the Roots of Southern Rock Music. And it starts out with trying to define what Southern Rock is. Is it a separate genre at all? Is there even such a thing? But that's a really interesting discussion right off the bat. But Southern Rock is kind of like, I guess, art and pornography. I guess it's kind of hard to define what it is, but you know it when you see it or hear it, and that's what this is about, what you hear when you listen to Southern rock music. It's about all the bands and all the energy that came together, how these groups came together and formed and separated and came together in different iterations and fed off of each other within this music scene in Jacksonville that produced not just the big bands that we all know, you know, Leonard Skinner and the Allman Brothers Band and the Classics Four and Molly Hatchet and 38 Special. But there were also a lot of really interesting personalities around, you know, music promoters. There were some very well-respected musicians around, like Hoyt Axton. His mother was there. She wrote, I think, one or two of Elvis's very early mega hits. And there were other influences too. Graham Parsons grew up in Waycross, Georgia, and he came down into Jacksonville. And all these forces came together and formed not just all kinds of music. There was really a lot of music came out, but specifically Southern rock, and that's what this is about. And it's not only about the bands and how they formed and all that, but it's also about the music scene in Jacksonville, the club scene. And this book really documents, it's very interesting how all those clubs function within this framework of the music scene in Jacksonville. So I enjoyed that very much. It's called Jacksonville and the Roots of Southern Rock, and it's by Michael Ray FitzGerald, and I recommend it. It's a good book. I got mine from Amazon 2 or 3 months ago, and so it's available. If you were part of the music scene, you were young in Jacksonville at that time, you'll recognize a lot of the places you were and the people you knew, and you'll find yourself in here too.